Imagine you're sitting in a cafe and you're trying to tell your friend about this incredible dream you had last night. You're excited. You can see every detail perfectly in your mind. The colors, the people, the weird talking cat. But as you open your mouth, the words just jam. You start stuttering, you lose your place, and you end up saying, "It was just like really cool, I guess." Your friend thinks you're just tired, but what's actually happening is much more fascinating. Your brain is currently running a Ferrari engine, but your mouth is a bicycle. This is the world of people who think 10 times faster than they can talk. To the outside world, these people might seem scattered, shy, or even a bit clumsy with their words. But inside? Inside, there is a literal thunderstorm of ideas happening all at once. If you've ever felt like your tongue is a bottleneck for your brain, you're not broken. You're likely experiencing a very specific psychological phenomenon that usually points to a high level of fluid intelligence. Think of your brain like a super powerful search engine. Most people type in a question and get a few good results. But for you, the moment you have a thought, your brain hits enter and pulls up 10,000 tabs at the same time. You aren't just thinking about what to say next, you're thinking about the history of the topic, 3 different jokes you could make, how the other person is reacting, and what you're going to have for dinner 4 hours from now. When you have that much data trying to exit through one tiny straw, your mouth, the system crashes. This is why highly intelligent people often trail off in the middle of a sentence. It's not because they forgot what they were saying, it's because their brain already finished that sentence 3 seconds ago and has moved on to a much more interesting thought. They got bored of their own words before they even finished speaking them. But there is a catch. This Ferrari brain comes with a side effect that can feel pretty exhausting. Psychologists call it cognitive overlap. It's the feeling of your thoughts tripping over each other. Imagine trying to watch 5 different movies on 5 different screens at the exact same time. You'd probably find it hard to explain the plot of just one of them to a stranger, right? That's the daily reality for fast thinkers. This often leads to a strange habit, the clumsy talker. Because they are trying to keep up with their own lightning-fast mind, they might skip words, jump between topics without warning, or use a lot of ums and likes. To a stranger, it looks like they don't know what they're talking about, but in reality, they know too much. They're trying to find the shortest path between 2 points, but their brain keeps finding beautiful, complex, scenic routes. Here's the twist, though. While society often rewards the smooth talkers, the people who speak slowly, clearly, and confidently, science suggests that the messy talkers might actually be the ones with the most creative potential. Why? Because their brains are wired for divergent thinking. They don't just see a problem, they see every possible version of that problem and 6 different ways to solve it before you've even finished describing it. This is also why these people often struggle with small talk. Talking about the weather feels like driving a supercar in a school zone. It's frustrating. It feels pointless. Their brain is craving high-speed data, complex theories, deep emotions, or big what-if questions. If you give a fast thinker a boring topic, their brain will literally start looking for something else to do, which is why they might seem spaced out in meetings or at parties. They aren't being rude, they've just traveled to another dimension because this one was moving too slow. So, how do these people survive in a world that moves at a bicycle pace? Many of them develop a secret weapon, the mental filter. They learn to intentionally slow down, to breathe, and to pick just one tab to talk about at a time. It's like a translator taking a massive, complex book and turning it into a simple one-page summary. It takes work, and it's why social situations can feel so draining for them. They aren't just talking, they're actively managing a chaotic internal traffic jam. If you recognize yourself in this, there's something you should know. That feeling of being tongue-tied isn't a sign of low intelligence. It's actually the opposite. It's a sign that your internal world is so rich and so fast that the physical world can't quite keep up. You aren't failing to communicate, you're just trying to download a 4K movie using dial-up internet. The next time you find yourself stumbling over a story or losing your breath because your ideas are racing, just stop, take a breath. Remind yourself that it's okay to let the bicycle catch up to the Ferrari. Your brain is a powerhouse, and the fact that it's too fast is a gift. even if it feels like a bit of a mess sometimes. Do you feel like your brain is constantly outrunning your mouth? Or do you know someone who always seems to get stuck mid-sentence? Tell me your experience in the comments. And if you want to understand the secret patterns behind why your brain works the way it does, stick around. We're just getting started.